What is up? What is going on? What is good? It's your man, maniacdgod, back at it again. Another stream. One Piece chapter 10, 6, 11, 16. 11, 16. I've not been spoiled. We're coming in relatively clean. Sorry, not relatively clean. Perfectly clean. I've seen one panel of one person that I know is in here. I got some ideas because, Twitter people in their fraud watches and like YouTube thumbnails throughout the day that I've seen like looking for sports videos or whatever. So I got some idea. I think we're gonna get more Joy Boy's, not Joy Boy, more Vegapunk's message about Joy Boy. How did last chapter end? Oh yeah, the war is still ongoing. I think he's gonna give probably some details about what like the real war against pirates is, the real war against the world maybe. But like you say, he doesn't know everything, so it's not gonna be like Void Century stuff. It's gonna be like current politics, but like maybe the origin of some of the current politics, possibly. I think we'll probably get something like that. Just more going around Egghead, random reveals from around the world, just like people's reactions to Vegapunk's message. Pretty much the same thing we had last chapter, but we're just gonna make more progress. Everybody's gonna get closer to the ship. We're gonna get closer to the end of the message and things of the sort. But whew, these burps are kicking my ass. Are we on the right? Yeah, there we go. No, I was on JJK. That makes sense. Manga, let's get into it. One Piece 1116 conflict. The only child Yamato in the Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage Volume 6, getting medicine and dumplings from Osuru. So, yeah, a lot of people predicted for this cover story. We're not going to get, like, anything significant until, like, maybe, like, Volume 17, 18. Then we start getting, like, lore stuff, current event stuff. Probably the first 12 volumes and editions are just going to be going around the Flower Capital, seeing people that we already know. And she's going to go, like, to the first thing, region, I think they were called. She's going to go to the first region, see some things, learn some things, and then we're going to start getting into, like, the part of the cover story is going to affect the rest of the story and whatnot. I think at the beginning it's just going to be just seeing characters where we saw Tama, saw Hiyori, saw Suru, saw Kinemon. So I think it's just going to be more of that for the beginning. But let's get into the chapter. Yeah. Notes have nothing to do with One Piece. Did he say there are world-sinking weapons? A truth too hard to swallow. Still out there somewhere? How can an 800 war be ongoing? No one from back then is even alive today. Ah ha ha ha. Why would a war rage on in total secrecy? So Buddy has a frame of Lily. Because I'm assuming that's Nefertari Lily. It's not Vivi. Why would he have Vivi framed up? He got a frame of Nefertari Lily. Does this kill the emu is a girl theory? Because it seems like this individual has a very strong, very emotional connection, and I don't think the overarching theme. I could be wrong, but I doubt it's going to be a lesbian relationship. We haven't really touched on that theme at all much in One Piece, at least like hardcore relationship wise, like real love stories about it. So I doubt that the final villain is going to be something like that. He seems very infatuated, very, very intrigued with this Lily person. Vegapunk! Ooh, he's yelling. Oh no, isn't that Ala? Is Alabarna the one that's this capital city? Whatever the capital city is, that's that in Alabasta. In all sincerity, crying to Miss Vivi, I want to apologize from the bottom of my heart, as there is something else I must confess. Ooh, what is it about? goal, bro? My goal was always to create an energy source to fuel society's development. And while it remains unfinished, I accidentally read something. This is crazy. My research culminated in the Mother Flame, and its power has many practical uses. I'm certain one day this undying energy can be harnessed to ensure that the entire world lives in abundance. This breakthrough is marred, however, as a small fragment of the flame was stolen. So he didn't give it to the world government. They stole it. Vegapunk stock shooting up. I love this because, I mean, obviously he'll do pretty much anything to advance science. That's why he's working with the world government because they have funds. But that's why he made the Seraphim so that they would, keep so he can keep getting money for his research. But he didn't give them the Mother Flame. He stole it. Crazy. I take full responsibility for this unfortunate event. The Cypherpole agent snuck in the middle of the island. Oh, the Cypherpole agents are stuck in the middle of the island. This is very bad. I thought that was more of the message, but it's a different text bubble. This is really bad. They're completely surrounded by flames. That's quite the tremor. Any idea what's happening, Edison? That spooked me too. Oh, I guess that's what those sound effects were. Somebody shook the island. That spooked me too. The whole ghost invasion came crashing down with all the Cypherpole agents in tow. I can't generate any more clouds for the Straw Hat crew. Came crashing down? How is that? That was Venus Juro. I guess if they were talking about by the tremor. For a second I thought the tremor might have been the Iron Giant getting close. But that probably was just tremor from the top getting sliced. A monstrous elder must be heading up. Stussy, get yourself out of here. Sigh. Edison, is it okay if I let Kaku go free? Huh? I don't want him to suffer the consequences for this. Don't worry, I won't let him go after the Straw Hats. And I don't think pursuing them will be his priority anyway. I saw a tweet about this. He needs to just go back to Water 7, get his job as a shipwright back, apologize to Paul Lee. This isn't Kaku. This isn't what he wants to do. He just wants to have a good time. He enjoyed coding ships. Let him go back. Kaku's really he's one of the good guys deep down inside. Understood, Sissy. I'm sorry for putting you through all this. It didn't occur to me that they were friends. Forgive me for making you turn on them. That they were your friends. Forgive me for making you turn on them. Despite being torn between sides, you still rescued us. That inner conflict is proof of your humanity, Stussy. ... Do as you please, just find a way to keep on living. Yes, sir. I like Stussy. That's a underlying character arc that's been going on. And it was really good. Like, she would be throwing in tidbits, especially like Takuma, like, about how she's a clone and has free will, but she doesn't know if she's like really human. And yada yada yada. Having that like little internal conflict. It's been like popping in every now and then. Super low key, but also super like it. I like Stussy. Real good character art. 2 weeks after the fragment was stolen, we observed an intense glow emanating from above the Lucia kingdom. Lucia? Later, I knew that the entire nation had mysteriously vanished without a trace. Before long, my equipment registered the worldwide earthquakes I mentioned earlier. This might be my pride as a scientist talking, but I was certain of the fact. An ancient weapon did that? Why would someone do that to Lucia? Only the Mother Flame could supply the immense energy needed to cause this tragedy. Well, that's a Vice Admiral talking, and I think this might be the panel I saw. Scroll down. Nope. It's not it. Lucia's gone? This is the first time we heard about this. Hurry and confirm it. Yes, sir. That's, Hey, John. Or Joan. 1483. Welcome to the stream. What's his name? Is it Isabello? King Isabello? It's the King Punch guy. pretty sure his name's Isabella. He's goaded. He has a punch that can one shot Yonkos apparently. Strongest dude in the verse if with prep time. My very own invention was used to power an ancient weapon. The motives and origin of the perpetrators are a mystery to me, but in the end, it boils down to one hard truth. I am an accessory to this act of mass murder. I cannot express how remorseful I am for my part in this. I'm truly sorry. Everything I said about Vegapunk earlier, I emphasize that because this dude's really doing it. Like, real sympathetic character. This proves that my theory is plausible. The disaster that flooded the world was man-made. Vegapunk, it's not your fault. Huh? Then Pluton is Lord Momonosuke, huh? There were once 3 great ancient weapons. Crocodile. Is he finna make a move? I hope so. I really want to see Squaswheel make a move. It is said that Joyboy attempted to ensure that they would be passed on to future generations. That begs one question. Why was the world sunk enough? Such ambiguity makes it hard to brand one side just and the other evil. I need that voice entry flashback. I need it today. I actually need it yesterday. This thing's gonna hit like crack in the 80s, man. But the day of answers is coming. You're gonna choke, idiot. Consider this a warning. When the time comes that everyone will fear the notion of a sunken world. Huh? The voice century is still an enigma, but there are those who know what happened in its entirety. Huh? Do everything. You're gonna explain everything. Vegapunk. This is the panel I saw. I knew he was in here. So the fact that that's coming right after it says there are those who know what happened in its entirety. We know Roger Pirates, possibly Shanks, possibly Buggy. They might know. Is there a chance Akainu knows? The fact that he's the first person they show after that, not he being like Rayleigh, because we know he's still out there. It would have been a great time to have a Rayleigh reaction panel. They did Akainu. What do y'all think? Y'all think he knows? Do you think he'd be following them if he knew, if he believed that that was his justice? Because I know everybody predicts that the Marines are going to split and become their own faction, separate from the world government. That's why the world government side is getting beefed up so much with the Seraphim and Holy Knights and Gorosei and all that. If Akainu knows but still chooses to follow, that shakes that whole theory up a lot. So let me know what you guys think. I'm referring to the former members of the Pirate King's crew. Huh? Pirates know? How? Crocus and Laboon. Why would pirates know the world's secrets? Isn't that dangerous? It's because they went out there and they found out. Everybody, y'all just been sitting in your islands wishing that hope the government tells the truth. Oh, the government, I believe the government. The governments are the good guys. You'll never go out there and get the answers for yourself. And that's why pirates know and you don't. If you want to find out, go out there your goddamn self. Hang on. How is that possible, Stella? Oh, so you didn't know. How could you known about... Oh. No, never mind. I thought she was saying how did he know about the pirates, but she's talking about something else. How could you have known about me stealing the fragment of the Mother Flame? I cut off my memory secretly, so it should have been impossible. Not only that, but I know for a fact you're a terrible liar and a lousy actor. You were generally surprised, right? York, this was all you're doing? You got nudes about Leloucia and took readings? What? That doesn't mean... No, what does that mean? When? The timeline doesn't add up. You must have known about the government's plans. Otherwise, you wouldn't have done all this. You wouldn't have hidden the broadcast snail. Probably inside the Iron Robot. Because he was just phased in the robot earlier. I heard somebody talking about this. It makes perfect sense. Beginning of arc, when we first met him, he was stuck halfway inside the robot. He knew the government was on the way. Astro Straw has to save his life. So he probably knew the broadcast was gonna have to happen soon. So where would be a good place to hide it? Oh, in the part of the ancient kingdom that's probably invincible, and there's nothing the government can do to stop the broadcast. Elders, I worked out where the broadcast snail is. Are you certain? Without a doubt, I'm a Vegapunk too. The snail is in the Fabio stratum. The Iron Giant is guarding it. I swear I didn't get spoiled on this before. I heard somebody talking about it and it made perfect sense. When you put the thoughts together, and confirmation. Like that. I like that a lot. Do do da da. 5v1? Can you take the girl say 5v? Imagine if you could take the girl say 5v1. Is he diff? Is he really that different? It's only one way to find out. I'm sure you knew our entire lost history, so why they just fade away without telling a soul? Why didn't they act? Rayson! Haven't you had enough booze? You rarely get this wasted. Well, I'm old and washed up now. Just like Vegapunk here, blabbering old geezer who's already said too much. Don't be an ass and take it away from the youngsters. Clunk. The thrill is theirs to seek now. Right, Roger? Those who knew the truth just laughed. One Piece, chapter 11:16. I don't know who said the just like Vegapunk. I guess that's Rayleigh saying that about himself. That he's old and washed up and but what did he say that was too much? He didn't tell anybody anything. So I don't know what the comic could be referring to. It's good to see the old man Ray though. Male Rayleigh. Don't be an ass and take away from you. It's a pretty good chapter. This panel of the Iron Giant is menacing. Like he's huge, huge. Like huge, huge. I don't know if y'all saw the anime episode, but they did a great job of showing just how massive the robot was. In like when they showed a clip of him invading Marijua. But let's see what the elders can do against. I think it's probably going to be those three that go and get him. I like to see a little battle, maybe some named attacks. We're probably not going to see it. We're probably going to spend next chapter, cut away to the Straw Hats, getting onto the ship, leaving to Elbath, and then like Vegapuk's still gonna be talking. The broadcast is gonna be cut out before something important happens because the elder. Then we're gonna cut back. The elder is gonna have defeated the robot. I'm not gonna see any of it, but it's a good chapter. Like it's a bunch of little good things in here. Like the him looking at or Emu looking at Lily. We have no idea what's that mean, but it's sprinkling a little bit more. Uh, what can you sprinkle? Can you sprinkle gasoline onto a fire? If not, that's the theory still. I mean, the saying still works. We get the Alabasta funeral. We're not really getting like we didn't get anything from Alabasta, but I mean, Ingram crying over Vivi, the not Pell, Chaka. Oh yeah, Chaka and Pell having a little ceremony with everybody for King Cobra. Vegapunk confesses to what we already know. They're just adding a bunch of little stuff. Like I like this. Got a little bit added to Stussy. Got a little bit added to Akainu. Just randomly threw Isabella in there. But apparently he seems like he has some ties to Lucia because not no one else was like, oh snap, Lucia. But he's like, oh snap, Lucia. So he might have connections to the rulers there. Maybe they told us and we didn't know. So Momo knew. No, Robin knew. How did Momo not know that Pluton was an ancient weapon? And it was part of the reason why he didn't want to open the border to Wando because he would unleash Pluton. He already knew that. So that then Pluton is alluding to something else. Interesting. That might be in the Yamato cover story around part 17, 18. Volume 17, 18, whatever they call it. But yeah, real good chapter. Lots of little sprinkles. I like that a lot. And get to see some cool characters as Bello, Rayleigh, god dang, Chacapel, Cobra. Solid chapter, man. Solid chapter. If I had to rate this, it wasn't as good as last chapter. I wouldn't say. I think I gave last chapter perfect, didn't I? I say this one was like a 7.5, 6.5. Good stuff. It didn't have Zoro or Luffy, so I mean, how good can a chapter be without Zoro or Luffy? But and we also didn't really learn anything new. It was just confirmation for things we already know and just do some sprinkles on some things that we could possibly talk about. Spark up some conversation and discourse during break week, but nothing nothing that really moves the masses or changes anything drastically. But yeah, solid chapter. 6.5 to 7. We should be here Tuesday. I'm back on my normal schedule, so Tuesday should be the day we're here and watching anime. If you watch My Hero or Demon Slayer, tune in. If you don't watch My Hero Demon Slayer, then watch my reactions to them, both of them on YouTube and Twitch, and then come back on Tuesday for anime. But yeah, if you like what you saw, like the video, sub to the channel if you are new, follow the channel if you're seeing this on Twitch. I'll catch y'all on the flip side, man. Ooh, it's your me the guy.